going on, guys? Brendan from the Trading Fraternity here, and we decided to make a video on how to make a basic setup for ThinkorSwim here. I'm going to walk you through it and all that. So today I'm going to be walking through on a paper trading account. So you guys with live accounts that are watching this, don't fret. You know, it's the same system, still applies to you. The reason why I'm on a paper trading account today is because all you new traders, I always suggest to start paper trading. It's a great way to start executing trades, get an overall feel of the market. Honestly, just learning to trade without risking your actual capital, because that is the biggest rookie mistake when it comes to this game. New guys come in with actual live accounts and they end up blowing it up because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And so today, this is like your training wheels. You know what I mean? There's little small steps you have to get into this game. To start things off, before I get into the actual system itself, you're going to want to actually Google ThinkorSwim paper trading. You're going to want to register right here. It's going to pull up the page in just a second. And as you can see, you don't have a TD Ameritrade, so go ahead and click no. And you're just going to fill out the information here. If you guys are sketched out and don't want to give your actual name and address, you can go ahead and give fake name and address, but you do need an email address because they do send you the link to download ThinkorSwim. So to speed up the process here, I already just made a brand new paper trading account and I downloaded software on this computer here. So I'm pulling this up. So when you bring up ThinkorSwim, it's going to give you the main page here. Honestly, just exit out right here. It is nice because you do see the upcoming events and all that, or any kind of updates, but honestly, I never look at this every single morning because I'm looking at the news already before I get on. Go ahead and push X. So before I get into actual software here, ThinkorSwim is a very powerful platform. It can be very overwhelming to new guys because there's so many bells and whistles. Today I'm going to go over like 5 main tabs, which is monitor tab, trade tab, analyze, market watch, and even charts there. So I'm just pulling up my code right now. When you guys go to ThinkorSwim, you go to setup and open shared item. Now, in the chat room, the citizen chat room, I want you to contact me here, and I'll give you an extra code to load up basically a stripped down version of my setup. So when I give you the code, I have to give you guys a code because every month I think the link expires. So just ask me for it and I'll give it to you. You just paste it right in there, push preview. And as you can see, it's basic setup TTF, and it's by yours truly here. Push open. All right, so the workspace has been saved from bcards on whatever date you uploaded. Obviously, today is the 1st for me. So you push OK. And you go to setup again. And you'll see it right there from bcards on October 01. And you just push OK. It's going to load it up. All right, cool. So first tab here is basically self-explanatory. It is the monitor tab. This is where you're going to be monitoring your positions. But unfortunately, like I said today, I just made the paper trading account, so I don't have any positions. But this is where, right here, this is where you're going to see your positions. As you see on the right-hand side here, you are starting off with $200,000. I know new people are not going to be starting off with $200,000 unless if you're balling, that's cool. But to change this to realistic wise, you push account up here, go to margin, you just go to adjust account, which is right above the amount right here, and you're going to do set account cash to drop down 25,000. So I don't know what you're working with. You could do 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. I'm going to just type in 5,000 for like new guys. Push apply. And you can see right here, adjusted to $5,000. So that's pretty much it for this button right here. When you guys actually start getting to trade more, if you guys want to look at your transaction history, you just pull up account statement. And you see your trade history, order history. And you can always just go back by date-wise by clicking right here. You do like 30 days, whatever, or whatever date you want to do. So that pretty much wraps up the monitor tab here. The next tab is trade tab. So the trade tab here, this is where you're going to be looking at your options. And you can see it's trade all products. So as you can see, I have Facebook up. Just go ahead and type in whatever ticker. This is the contracts itself by date. You see the yellow ones are weekly contracts. The monthly contracts are white, which are the third Friday of the month. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click October, and that opens up the chain itself. As you can see, there's only 4 strikes there. If you want to expand this out a little bit, you click right here, do 10, or you could do all. I typically like to do like 20 to 40 strikes, so I'll type in like 20 right there, and that opens it up. So the chain is pretty much bare bone itself. You got the bid ask, you know, the net change, and the last transaction that went through for the contract. So if you want to adjust that, you click layout, customize, and you can type in like some Greeks if you want to. If you want to put in delta, theta, or there's other categories if you want to. I like to put in mark, which is like the halfway point between bid and the ask. So when you get your list going, you push OK. You see updates right there, and that gives you a whole broad view of the chain itself. That's pretty much it for explaining the chain wise. Now, if you guys want to buy a contract, you just click the ask on whatever contract you want to. That'll come up. You have your order screen right on the bottom here. You got your amount, you got the contract itself, and you can adjust the price. You can either do limit orders or market orders. I recommend staying with limits because they are wider spreads than your typical stock. Actually, before I continue on, I just noticed you'll see it's plus 10 is the default order for contracts. I suggest doing 1. I've heard nasty stories from new guys accidentally executing 10 contracts by not, even though they didn't want to do it, it's still executed because that's their default amount. So to change that, let me just close this order screen. You just push setup, application settings, order default, and stock, I keep it at 100 shares default. Options, come here, do 1. I trade more than 1 contract, but I like to keep it at 1 because it forces me to type in how many I want. So go ahead and push apply settings. And just to show you guys again, to buy a contract, either call or put, just push the ask, and then it'll pop up. So push delete there. So that pretty much, ends the actual options itself on this screen, on this tab, I mean. There is option statistics where you see the volume of the calls that went through and the puts, IV or whatever, 52 weeks on the IV itself. I like to look at that. That's pretty much it for this section. The next section is options time to sales, which is actually my favorite part. This is where you could actually read the tape of the transactions that went through. Obviously, it's like right now it's Saturday, so the tape is not updated. But you'll see like a big tape of all the options, both calls and puts. And you can always filter through the transactions too by clicking the filter. So if you want to pick a specific strike, or specific contract or whatnot, you can always do that by filtering through. So that's pretty much it for the trade tab here. All the rest of the other buttons you don't really need to worry about when, as a new trader. You're not going to be trading forex or futures or anything like that. You just want to learn the basics first before going on. The next tab is the Analyze tab, which is personally my favorite for the new people. This is where you're going to be learning about companies itself. Looks like right now it's not updating, so let me type in another ticker. I'm going to put in Apple, for example. All right, cool. Did update for Apple for me. On the top here, you're going to have your analyst ratings. You do have a spark chart of the past couple years here, showing you how the stock has performed. Scroll down right here, the company profile gives you a brief description of the actual company itself. It gives you the website, gives you the actual address, phone number, etc. So if you do want to, call up Tim Cook, you're able to do that. You'll see right down here, right now it's not updated, but this is going to be where your financials are going to be for the company. You can have annual, quarterly. Pretty nice, you know what I mean? So you actually get to learn the company itself. Market cap, revenue, and all that down here. This is another great section also, the company details, potential upside and downside, valuation highlights. You basically learn how people evaluate the stock itself by reading the whole thing. Honestly, like I said, guys, you're going to be coming across tickers that you're not familiar with. Type it into the fundamental page. This is where you're going to be learning your stocks. My favorite section of this page is what drives the stock. As you can see, 52% of the stock is driven by the iPhone sales. And you always click that, and it gives you more details right here. It's pretty cool. So you can do it for any stock you want to. You get to learn everything, the ins and outs. Highly recommend this part. The rest of these, I don't really, for new guys, you don't need to worry about simulated trades. It's pretty nice, but like I said, I'm just going over the complete basics today. Economic data is pretty nice too, but I'm still learning that since that's a new update they just did in ThinkorSwim. You'll see the next tab here is Scan tab. I would just completely ignore that one. I don't really use it anymore since there's a lot of people giving out free option data, free stock data out there, you know what I mean, on Twitter. So I wouldn't even use that. The next one is Market Watch. So as you can see here, this is where you're going to be building your watch list. I kind of made one right here. It's called ABC123. But if you guys want to create a new watch list, you click this button right here, Create Watch List. So I'm going to do XYZ, I'm going to call it. And I'm just going to type in some stuff, Twitter, Win, Facebook, and Apple, since we were just looking at it. This is just an example. Do save, and there you go. And it shows you right there. It gives you the volume on the day, the open, the high of the day, the low of the day, 52 weeks high, 52 weeks low. So you can always just monitor the stocks itself from here. You'll see on the sidebar here, you're going to have your watch list, and you can always, sync this up by going to watch list. You click right here, go to personal, and like I said, I just created the watch list XYZ. So when you're going through your tabs, you can keep your eyes on the stock right here. So the next part is alerts. Actually, I'll go over that section when we get to the charts tab. There's visualize. This is where you're going to get a heat map of the market, which is always nice. You can see how everything is performing and what is not performing by the colors. I don't really go through financing rates, but calendar is pretty nice here. And it gives you an overall view of the month by, you could filter through by earnings, dividends, conference calls, whatever, any kind of like market-driven news coming out. So that's pretty much it for the Market Watch tab. Next is the Charts tab. So let me just pull this up. It's just loading. Okay, cool. And as you can see here, I use this as my intraday charts. So whatever stocks I'm watching on the day, I type them in right here. I just threw in Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, just basic names, just as an example for you guys. But you can always change it to whatever you want. So if you want to put in price line, if you want to like Twitter, whatever, Twitter went after hours there based on the. But anyways, also I don't know if you guys noticed yet, between the tabs, they're kind of synced up. And I did this by the color link here, red. You see right here, it's red. You can always change color if you want to, but I just did red for you guys because it's the first one. Red for Facebook, analyze, red. So you can scroll through these tabs nice and quickly because it's already linked up together. These ones I don't color coordinate because these are just the extra charts that I'm watching, throughout the day. To kind of give you a little overview of the intraday charts here, excuse me. They are the 1 day 5 minute charts. I personally don't like looking at 1 minute charts because I'm not trying to get an anxiety attack looking at the tick by tick. So I do 1 minute. Not the 1 minute, I do the 5 minute charts. You can see the time and sales is right here, the level 2, and the news. So if you see any like breaking news, like right here, obviously on Twitter, I'll click this up and it gives me all the news. So should Disney acquire Twitter or whatnot, and it's very accurate and it's very up to date by the second. So that's nice to have throughout the day if anything does happen. That's pretty much it. And if you guys want to add more charts, say if you're working on a bigger screen and all that, go to the waffle up here in the top right. You can always adjust it like 3 and 3. Like I have a big screen, but most of you guys are on laptops. You could just do 2 and 2. And you can just type in whatever and just do it again. So I'm going to just do Apple. And basically just to walk you through if you guys do want to do it, what I pick is charts, news, level 2, time and sales. And as you see right here, it's preset to like 1 year chart. And to change the time frame, you just click this right here, the quick time frame, go to 1 day, 5 minute. So I'll change this back to 2 and 2 here. Let's see. So the next part is the flexible grid. So let this load up for a second. Before I continue on, you'll see this. There's this box right in the middle here. To change this, to get rid of this, click this, the waffle, the show grid actions, customize grid. Unclick that. All right, cool. So this gives you a whole overview of your concentrated stock. And like I said, it's all color coordinated as red. So you're able to quickly go through these tabs, trade, analyze, charts, charts and flexible grid. But this is color coordinated so you get a full overview of the stock. Top left here, we got the 1 day, 5 minute, the 10 day, 1 hour, and then the daily year chart right here. And on the bottom here, it's pretty much the same setup as the charts tab, but you have an order screen if you do want to buy 100 shares of the stock, buy market order, sell market order. If you don't want to do market, you can buy the stock by clicking the ask, like how you would with the option. Order screen comes up here, just the share size, limit order, whatever, the price itself. So I'm just trying to think what else on this chart here, on this section here that I can go through for you guys. If you guys do want to add like studies, like moving averages, I didn't put on any moving averages for you guys because you guys should just be learning how to trade stocks before you get into the nitty-gritty studies. But if you do want to add a study, you push the little beaker here, and you can just do like simple moving average, add that on, apply, and you'll see that right there. And you can just play around with it if you're bored or not. So that pretty much sums up the charts tab here. Like I said, this is going to be your intraday, so you can watch multiple stocks at the same time throughout the day. This could be your overview of the concentrated stock that you're on, which is Facebook at the time. I'm trying to think of what else on the charts tab you can go to. The product depth is nice, but it is kind of fancy. So if you guys want to look at the options itself, you're able to look at like the open interest right on the bottom here for the contracts, the volume. It gives you a visual of what's going on within the options chain itself, throughout the day. But like I said, for you guys, you probably don't need to worry about that. So to pretty much wrap things up here, I'm going to go through the sidebar. This is the last part. Right here, I have the SPY. I do like to keep an eye on the SPY throughout the day, and like kind of compare it through the rest of the charts that are going on, so I can see if the stock is correlated with it, or if there's a divergence throughout the day. If it's outperforming the S&P 500. I do like to have oil. You can do whatever you want. You can put oil. You can put the dollar up. Anything you want to. I like to have oil because it is sometimes does move with the market itself. Other thing about the sidebar is, if you guys didn't know, Trader TV. So you're able to watch CNBC for free on this thing. It's the weekend right now, so I can't really upload it, but take advantage of it. Have this on throughout the day. Watch how stocks react to headlines and all that. I highly suggest that. It gives you an overall feel of the market, like I was saying in the beginning. If you guys want to play around with the gadgets here, if you guys want to add more stuff on, you go to the plus symbol down here, add gadget. You put a calculator, dashboard, live news. I like to put live news also because it's just a constant stream of news going through there. Let's see, I'm not advocating Minesweeper or Tetris, but it's there if you guys do get bored. If you got, oh yeah, I forgot with paper trading here. For you guys with live accounts, pull up tradeflash. I like to use it throughout the day because it gives you market commentary if there's any unusual option activity, any kind of unusual activity within the market itself, or even economic data. They will post it in the TradeFlash. Unfortunately, they don't have it in the paper trading one because it's real-time data. And also, that's what I forgot to mention in the beginning here. Paper trading, it is, I think it's either 15 or 20 minutes delayed on quotes here. So it's nice to have. So if you're watching like webinar, I would go off the webinar's quotes compared to this. But like I said, this just helps you execute your trades. So let me just close this out here. So I'm just trying to think what else I can go through for you guys. I know actually a lot of you guys question how to pull up an options chart. Actually, I'll go through that right now. What I usually do throughout the day. So say if I wanted to look at a 131 strike, you just right click the strike. You go to copy. And I just paste it over here in the sidebar. Control V. Paste. And you can just adjust it whatever amount, 5 day, 5 minute. So it give you a whole overview of the option. But this is how you pull up the option. But like I said, I always keep the SPY. You can put like the S&P 500 futures on there. It's whatever you want. So I think that's just pretty much it, guys. Just a whole overview of my basic setup for ThinkorSwim. Now, if you guys want me to do more videos about this, shoot me a DM in the chat room. I would love to make more videos for you guys. If you want to, just please let me know. I'm just trying to think what else I can go through for you guys. And I think that's pretty much it for the basics here. So I'm going to actually just end this video right now. So you guys have a great weekend. You guys take care, okay?